welcome back to another video, and today we'll be reviewing these, the Predator 20.3 laced high cut. Well, not really high cut, more of a mid cut. Now, the first thing we'll start with is the upper, and particularly the toe box. It's made out of mesh-based synthetic, but it's not really mesh like you would find on the Nemesis 19.3 or one of the X, not the X Ghosted, but the X 19.3 and 18.3. Well, those are just have like a cloth mesh weaved based synthetic mesh base. These are coated with silicone, and now let's go to the main part of this new Predator line, which is these grip elements. Now, of course, this is a takedown, which costs only £70, which is not expensive at all. So they don't have the demon's skin, they have the demon's scale, which I don't really find a difference, but it's a nice naming idea. So basically these little grippy stickers, they're basically rubber elements cut. And even without these, they still do have a lot of grip with this kind of square diamondy pattern over here. So now that is that. Now let's move on to the midfoot. Let's talk about the midfoot. It has good structure and is relatively flexible. It's also made out of the same mesh-based synthetic, but has some reinforcement over here so that it doesn't bend over and it doesn't collapse. Now let's move on to the heel. It does have an internal heel counter, and near the heel it does have this small glossy Adidas symbol. The collar is this quite soft and stretchy, kind of double finished off. I don't know why, but it does look better that way. And it stops it from stretching too much, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Depends on your personal preference. On the other side it says Predator, and I forgot to mention it has these 3 stripes near the midfoot. The heel lockdown is decent. It has this nice suede liner, which is heavily padded, but it does get slightly slippery sometimes. That's one complaint that I always have with Adidas 0.3 or sometimes even 0.2 takedown models. The heel liner is quite slippery. Now let's move on to the sole plate and stud pattern of this football boot. This is the all black version, and the stud pattern is FC. The sole plate is good, which with the fact that if it's fairly flexible through the forefoot and stiff through the midfoot over here, as you can see. It doesn't buckle up like fake football boots, which is good, and it's definitely not a fake football boot. It has these kind of half moon with shaped studs with this wavy design right here, and then as a reinforcement stud in the middle, it has this diamond kind of chevron stud, but double chevron, so for a little bit more aggressiveness. At the back, it's a traditional 4-stud layout with kind of a slightly elongated version of the moon studs we can see over here. It is an in general 7 plus 4, 11 stud layout, or 7 plus 4 as I said before. And it does have this kind of weird splitting over here, but it won't make a huge difference. That's it for the sole. In conclusion, should you buy the Predator 20.3 laced version? Well, the answer to that question is yes and no. First, before I explain that, let me just tell you, if you are planning on getting these, get the low cut version. And now I can say why yes and no. If you're picking these up at full retail price, then I would say that there's better options out there. Basically, maybe you could get the Phantom Venom Academy, which is a very good boot, very, very good. And it's an old model now with a Phantom GT, so you could probably get it for discount. But if you can get this around if they retail for $80 US or 65 to 70 pounds in England. If you can get them for $60 US or for 35 or 40 pounds in England, then I'm sure you can pick them up because they have amazing grip, a good upper, and a nice one-piece upper.